Meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is now called to order. It is 4 o'clock or 1600 hours. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City, mailed to the Hamilton Gazette. It has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mays Landing. We'll now have an opening prayer.
Heavenly Father, as we gather here today in service to our community, we ask for your guiding presence. Grant us clarity of mind, wisdom in our deliberations, and fairness in the decisions we make. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Please rise for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Chairman, Commissioner Bertino is attending virtually today, and Commissioner Ruffey will be a few minutes late.
Okay.
Bertino,
Here.
Burns,
Here.
R. Days,
Here.
C. Days,
What's up?
Kern,
Here.
Barker,
Present.
Schenker,
Here.
Risley.
Here. Okay. Commissioners, you've had the opportunity to look at the minutes of May the 5th, and I'll entertain a motion to adopt them as presented. So moved. Second. Moved and second. And any discussion on the minutes, corrections, deletions, etc.? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. The Board of Commissioners will continue to utilize a consent agenda format for sections of the agenda that the Commissioners do not feel need additional discussion from the Board and are not contested. This consent agenda format allows our meetings to run more efficiently and productively so that we can spend additional time during the meeting discussing other important issues that are not as routine. If any Commissioner wishes for additional discussion on any resolution or would like a resolution to be pulled from the consent format to be individually addressed for any reason, please advise and we will do so. For the public, prior to the roll call on any resolution or group of resolutions, you will continue to have an opportunity to comment if you wish to do so. Anyone attending in person who would like to speak regarding an agenda item or at public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and the town where you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. If you are attending virtually and would like to speak, please raise your hand during the agenda item or at public comment at the end. I will call upon your name and a request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name and the town you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. Okay. All right. Our first item this afternoon is a presentation from a service that does many services for Atlantic County, Jewish Family Services. Would you like to come forward, please?
Good afternoon. I'm Andrea Steinberg. I'm the CEO from Jewish Family Service.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you. We appreciate always being invited in because it gives us an opportunity to talk about the services we're providing, not just that are funded by the county, but that we're providing throughout Atlantic County. And I have a number of people with me who I will introduce that will talk about the work that we do. And I know we're limited in time, so we won't be as passionate and energetic as we usually are about all of the things we do. But I do want to give those of you that may not know who we are a multi-service social service agency. We're helping 15,000 people throughout Atlantic and Cape County. We employ about 180 people throughout our 8 offices. We're just opening our 8th office, which is right at the Atrium Apartments on the Black Horse Pike, which is 6821. We're waiting for licensure, but we will officially let you know about the ribbon cutting when that is happening. And the reason that we are spread out the way we are is just to create the greatest amount of access that we can. Today, we're here to talk about our discharge planning and reentry contract. And I understand that's what you're all looking for. So we'll get into some more detail about that. But just to give you a little background about who we are, our mission is to help the whole community. Yes, our name is Jewish Family Service. We are founded on Jewish values, but the value that carries through throughout our history is healing the world. Pretty much a universal value, and that is what we bring forth in all of our work. We've been doing justice involved services since 2005, long before it was the popular thing to do. So we are really good at what we do. In 2014 is when we added the county contract to the array of services we have for justice involved services. So today I'm joined by Ayanna James, who is the director of our justice involved services, Nina Stolzenberg, who's the senior director of vocational and justice involved services, Ann Thorson, who is our COO, and then Laura Rogers in the back, who's our CIO. So we're all here to give a little piece of information, but also answer any questions you may have. So I'm going to turn it over to Ayanna to speak more specifically about the program.
I think actually you're stuck
Oh,
with me first.
Oh, my apologies. I thought
It's
it was
okay. Ayanna's a little bit more exciting, but it's always, well, and it's always better for the more boring person to go first, because then I, have a lower bar. So I'm Nina Stolzenberg. I'm the Senior Director of Vocational and Justice Involved Services. And our reentry services at the jail focus on preparing people for a safe and stable reentry to the community after incarcerations. And to do that, we look at the factors that for recidivism, and we work to address them. The people we work with are the individuals in the jail. They're often on pretrial, on trial, or serving a short county sentence. Many of them have mental illness or developmental disability. Many of them are not connected to the support services that would be helpful for them to be successful in the community. I've gone out there myself to see several people in the last month, all of whom have a developmental disability and none of whom are enrolled with the Division of Developmental Disabilities, which is the primary way they should be receiving services. People also face challenges like limited education or job history, substance use, unstable housing or homelessness, disconnection from their family or from other community supports. The core services that we provide, and Ayanna will talk a little bit more about them, are case management, education and job readiness, discharge planning, and also connecting people to the community so that when they leave the jail, they have community connections, they have resources that they're connecting to, and trying to get those connections in place before release. And we don't just work with the inmates. We also work with families. We provide families with information, resources, and support so they can help their loved ones succeed. We also do a parenting class for the inmates. And if they graduate from that class, then they're able to have visitation with their children. So even though it's a service for the inmates, it's also benefiting their families. And we also serve the jail system. We engage inmates who need a higher level of support due to their age, either the very young or I'm not going to say the very old, I'm going to say older because I'm really close to that very old line and not going there. Anyway, or who have other needs like mental illness or developmental disability. We also support the jail in being compliant on things that they need to get done. So overall, we're trying to address the root causes of justice involvement, whether it's unemployment, lack of services or untreated needs, housing instability, and to build protective factors like income, stable housing, and supportive relationships, with the idea that when people leave the jail with connections, resources, and purposes, they're a lot less likely to come back. So I'm going to hand it off to Ayanna, who's going to give you more details.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ayana. I am the Director of our Justice Involved Services, and I will be discussing our discharge planning process at the jail. So there are two options, right? So there are individuals who we see come in very quickly, but also leave very quickly. And the jail saw that there was a need for this population. So we have 3 clinicians, which are admissions clinicians, and they go in through intake is what the jail calls it, and see those individuals, do a quick assessment to say, hey, okay, you're here. What happened? Why are you here? What do you need to not come back? Set those services up so that when they leave, they at least have something in place, have resources to help reduce recidivism. So those quick in and out folks that typically could go unseen if there was not these 3 admission clinicians in the jail. The second process, which is our big portion, is for individuals that are there 90 days or more, and that is our reentry team. We have a team of 4, which encompasses a supervisor and then 3 caseworkers. 3 caseworkers each have a specialization. So the parenting class that was talked about, the vocational class that was talked about, as well as GED. We have classes for all of those, but assessment is the first portion. And our biggest referral source is SELF, which comes based off of the experiences of other individuals who are in the jail as well. So they're talking in their pods, saying what's going on. And then when we get into the pod, it's, oh, you're JFS, I need you. So then they'll call them down, do an assessment with them, do a biopsychosocial assessment to get a full history to, once again, see the needs, what needs to be put in place that way, once again, to reduce recidivism. Some of those things that we link them to are partial care for mental health. We have a contractor with John Brooks that we link to for substance, also other outside agencies, but setting up those appointments early on so that when they are released, once again, things are in place to have a smooth process. And some of those things that we set up prior to release is case management services, which internally is our MHGIS team who has access to the jail to come in, set up the appointments, do initial, so there's a soft handoff so they know who they're seeing once they're in the community. That planning process, after that, is a lot of back and forth between social services, inmate, to make sure that everything is aligned for them and their needs. Family is talked to for those that have the family support. We've seen the individuals that have family support are least likely to return, but there are individuals who don't, and then that's when we become the support system for them. Release into the community, and then from there, it is being followed by individuals that we have, as well as other agencies. That's it for me, but I have 2 stories. So outside, so to show like the real life connection, I have an individual who is about 45 years old. He was in and out of the jail system, has mental health, lack of support. So we engaged him at the jail. We were able to connect him from the jail with our case management team in the community, do the soft handoff. He was opened in the case management team in the community. So then we helped him resolve his legal, get linked to mental health services, get housed, and then from there, go into a long-term service who does ADLs with them, med monitoring, which is a big thing for this individual to help him not recidivate, as well as have stable living. The show, I don't think she mentioned it, but she's also the director for vocational services. Did you mention that?
I did.
Okay. So to show the linkage between Justice Involved and vocational, there was an individual who our reentry team referred to our vocational team, and the job coach came to the jail, met with this individual. Prior to jail, this individual was going to school to get his associates. Things started happening, accruing charges, was able to work with our job coach to not only get a job, but also get back into school. And they were able to get some grant funding so that they didn't have to pay for it, and they were able to obtain their degree.
Very nice.
Connections all around. Now Anne's coming.
Closer. Sorry, just kidding. So first, if there's any questions, we're happy to field them. I think, thank you, Ayana, Nina, and Andrea, and thank you all for allowing us to come in. I think Ayana's stories, it really hits as to how the process moves from reentry into the community and where we touch upon people, not only with our internal programming, but with external partners too. So it really is a great, kind of service that I think, I might be a little biased, but that we're providing. And the partnership that we have with the jail also is very valued because we rely on them. They rely on us. So I don't know if anybody has any specific questions for us. We do have kind of a one-page that we're going to leave behind with some program description on it, as well as some stats from 2025, but we're happy to field any questions that anyone may have.
Yeah, I have a question, and it goes back to stats. Started with the statement, you're very good at what you do, and I'm sure you are, but you didn't give any metrics to determine that, nor you give any, how many came in and the outcomes have been. So that's what I'd like to hear.
Okay. Ayana, do you want to come up and field some of that with me? I know last year in 2025, we had over 3,400 touch points in the jail. And Ayana did speak about the distinction between doing intakes admission intakes. So I'm going to let her talk a little bit about the stats day to day. And then we do have some outcomes that are listed on this as well that I can go over. So
with our reentry team, there are people who also go to prison that we still help out. Everybody is not just mental health, right? There are regular individuals who, while they're in the jail, if they are going through trial, we are still touching. So that's what Ann is talking about, those follow-ups. But we did 276 completed plans for individuals that were there the entire time and was able to get the smooth handoff. And then our admissions, give me 1 second. Yeah. So for admissions, there were 221 completed at 8 intakes. And it was 3,719 contacts for the year. And about 50% of that is individuals who are not mental health involved, just regular inmates.
So you said over 3,000 contacts and only 271 actually completed the program.
So what I mean by that is there are people who are coming through in that quick touch point where it's not a full discharge plan because they're in and out. So they're getting something to get them out the door. But yes, our admissions intakes, but not the discharge planning. So it's a compass of both.
those two different assessments, if you will. If someone is coming in, that admission assessment is happening, those individuals may not continue in the jail, correct? They might be released right from there. And then individuals who are in the jail that we are actually touching upon for whatever reason and completing and following up with an intake, with an assessment at that point.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Anyone else have any questions?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I do have a couple of questions. Thank you. It's a lot of information. I appreciate everything you do. I'm just curious. So is your initial contact through the county municipal courts? I've heard that, they bring all those services together and that's more beneficial to towns to have that in one place. Is that your first contact with these individuals?
Some of them.
Okay.
Some of them. But there are individuals who aren't seen by the judge yet and are in the jail, and we still have contact.
Okay. And thank you, because I had questions. You mentioned addiction services, mental health. Is there a financial literacy component to this at all once they're out and hopefully making money? Could you mention job services?
Sorry. When we do vocational services, we do offer financial literacy services, both in groups as well as things that are more targeted to that person's specific needs.
Okay. And so I was at an event a couple of weeks ago, and there's a group called Angels in Motion and Not One More. And so how do you choose who provides the addiction services?
It has to do with a couple of different things. It has to do with what the person needs.
Right.
Unfortunately, what type of funding, what kind of insurance they have, who has availability, and who they're also comfortable and willing to go see.
Thank you. And lastly, so how long do you mentioned case management? How long do you track them after they're released from?
So if
facility?
they engage with our mental health justice involved services, ideally, we're going to see them for a year or less. But that being said, it can be longer than that. We often, if we think the person continues to need case management, we may refer them to another program. We may refer them to another agency. Our real concern is getting that person's needs met, not keeping them at JFS.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think the concern, what I heard before, is there's so many groups doing similar things. Just make sure that they're all, walking together and moving in the same direction.
We try as much as we can. Like I would, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this in front of my boss. I'd love to see us all unemployed. Unfortunately, there's enough need that that's not happening anytime soon. And none of us can do everything.
No.
I think we absolutely have to work with other services and coordinate together and know what each agency does, because we're not all going to do the same thing and we're not all going to fit the same person. It's like cars. I loved driving a minivan when I had kids. My older daughter, when she got her license, did not want a minivan. Agencies are the same way. It's got to be a match for what that person wants and needs.
Sure. I'm a teacher, so I appreciate that. It doesn't work the same for everyone. Everyone's going to go to college, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And again, I start by saying I appreciate everything you do. So I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Thank you.
That's what we're here for.
Thank you.
And I think just one more thing that I wanted to mention is, as Ayana said, the goal is to address the barriers, reduce recidivism. We probably all know, or many of us in the room, individuals that, have, I don't like the word chronic, but chronic needs and a high level of system use. And a lot of what we do that we've talked about today, in addition to the touch points and assessments that we're doing throughout, is focus on that group to really have the greatest impact, to reduce their use of systems and their impact on the community. And that is something that we, have kind of a lot of the more complicated situations that have come through. The reentry team is there, and if the person comes back, they're there again to pick up with them. So it's had quite a bit of an impact there.
All right.
Any other questions?
You go.
I'll leave these.
All right. Thank you very much. And if you want to leave, that's fine. You don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again for coming and the presentation. Okay. All right. Thank you. Madam Clerk, would you please read by title ordinance number 3?
Ordinance amending the bylaws of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners to provide for early public comment on agenda items not scheduled for public hearings, adjusting notice requirements, and other procedural updates. First reading.
Moved. Second. Been moved and seconded. Thank you. Discussion. This is an ordinance that was drafted, of course, by our solicitor. This will allow for early comment by anybody regarding any item on the agenda in the beginning of the meeting. It also clarifies some publications and cleans up some of the verbiage, and talks about our consent agenda as well. So that's what is involved with ordinance number 3. Any questions, comments?
No, Chairman, just what I mentioned,
Sure.
this was discussed in the code committee, and you
Thank you.
pretty much summarized it, so thank you.
All right. All right, sensing a readiness to vote. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Moving on. Have some grants to consider. And by the way, I always try to make the statement that all the financial considerations on this agenda have all been reviewed by the Budget Finance Committee, and we recommend adoption. So moving on, we'll consider a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 226 through 230. Move.
Second.
Any discussion? I think it's important to point out that resolution 228, as it was explained in the Budget Committee, is basically for overtime pay with the World Cup. Any discussion on 226 through 230? Grants, hearing none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll. I'm sorry, open the meeting to the public. Meeting is open to the public for comment on these resolutions. Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Okay, we have a couple of professional service contracts, agreements. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt 231 through 232. Move.
Second.
Any discussion on these two contracts? Hearing none. Any public comment? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes, we have two bid contracts. Chair will entertain a motion to combine and adopt 233 through 234. Move.
Second.
Any discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes, we have a lease to consider, which is number 235.
Renewal lease agreement with the Center for Family Services for use of a portion of county property located at 201 South Shore Road in the city of Northfield. Amount not to exceed $68,400, revenue generating.
Move.
Second.
Moved and seconded, thank you. Any discussion? Any public comment on the lease? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion to combine and adopt 236 through 246.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. We have two Chapter 159s. Chair will entertain a motion to combine and adopt 247 to 248.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. We have appointments. Those folks that have graciously volunteered their time. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt 251 through 252. I'm sorry, that's not right. 249 through 250, that's better.
Second.
We moved and seconded. Any discussion, any public comment?
Just thank you to people, as you just did, for giving up of their time for these very important committees and all that we have throughout. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you. Okay, no further discussion. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes, we have a couple of roadway solicitations, which is 251 through 252.
Good.
Thank you. It's been moved.
To combine and
Moved and
adopt.
seconded to combine and adopt 251 through 252. Any discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
yes,
Ernst,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. We have a commissioner-sponsored resolution. Madam Clerk, would you please read 253?
Resolution opposing the expansion of casino gaming into North Jersey, sponsors Richard R. Days and June Burns.
Chairman, I just have a question for our solicitor.
Sure. Question.
I am employed by casinos. Should I not vote on this?
It's been moved and seconded, correct?
No.
No, we haven't had a motion second? All right. I entertain a motion to adopt 253.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion?
Chairman, if I may.
Fire away.
We've been through this before.
Yep.
I think it's important that we get on top of this early. I've heard all kinds of rumors from Governor Murphy and now Governor Sherrill about circumventing a referendum potentially. I think the citizens of New Jersey overwhelmingly defeated a referendum supporting North Jersey casinos, but we hear more than any other area in the country want to know the impact of a devastation to the casino industry. I believe we were close to, if not leading the country in foreclosures the last time we had casino closures in Atlantic City. So we did all receive a letter from Marlena Seltzer of the Southern New Jersey Development Council urging us to support a resolution opposing North Jersey casinos. She's trying to rally the business industries in South Jersey. But the impact will not only be on our businesses, which ultimately will impact our homeowners, our taxpayers, on all of our residents of Atlantic County. This will have a tremendous impact. And again, the idea is New York has them. To keep the tax money in New Jersey, some people are saying that we need to shift casino legalization to North Jersey to keep our tax money here. Again, I don't think you have to,
Very logical.
again, stress the devastating impact that will have on us here in Atlantic County. And, ultimately South Jersey and North Jersey, nobody has the boardwalk that we have, the beaches that we have. I just think it's a bad idea all the way around for everybody in New Jersey.
Anyone else like to speak?
Just like to add just a little bit to what Commissioner Day said. North Jersey casinos would not create new gaming revenue. They would simply divert customers' investments, jobs, and tourism away from Atlantic County. So I support this with Commissioner Dees.
I'm sure we all support this 110%. At the most recent New Jersey Association of Counties convention, as Atlantic County, I gave some opening remarks, and the new governor, was just a few feet over to my left. He was the next to speak, and at the end of my remarks, I made sure I looked at the governor and I said, "We need support, Governor, from the governor's office and the state legislature for Atlantic City and for this county and this state. We need the support." The voters, as you said, voted overwhelmingly for Atlantic City casinos, Atlantic City only. And being that we are mathematically, I guess, the second poorest county in the state, it's very important and vital to us, to our livelihood, and to the financial health of the area that casinos stay here. So hopefully she'll see it that way, and hopefully the legislature will see it that way. Anyone else like to comment? Not, we'll call the roll, Madam Clerk. Public comment? None. Okay. Call the roll.
Bertino,
yes,
Ernst,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Recuse.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Okay, thank you. All right, moving on. Anyone have any written communications or petitions they'd like to share? Now we'll move into special reports of committees. Anybody has a committee report they'd like to
Chairman.
discuss? Yes.
I would like, and that- actually Commissioner Burns assisted me in getting some of these items. They came from the Mental Health Advisory Board, people that, belong to that board. And these are, is your loved one struggling with mental health or substance abuse challenges? You are not alone. And there's a phone number on here to call. They are giving out green ribbons that they've given us some, as well as some bracelets. They would like us to take a photo with our bracelets, if at all possible, but I will send these around. But it is in honor of mental health awareness. And they do a great job in putting all this information together for us,
Very
you
good.
know. Here it is. Yes, we have.
Okay.
So, yeah, they work really hard in getting a lot of awareness out there, and these phone numbers to contact.
Right.
If you know of anybody that, I don't know how many you have there, know of anybody that
Yeah.
needs assistance, it's important to get them the information that we have quite a few opportunities to assist people within our county. I don't know if our solicitor and anybody else would like one.
All right.
The bracelets on, guys.
Put the
Okay.
bracelets on. huh?
Bracelets on. Like a photo, I don't know how we're gonna do this. There you go, that's a good one. In support, right? However you wanna do? Yeah. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, Carolyn wants the picture
Yeah,
post on their
Carolyn.
website.
She works hard, so we like
Yes.
to accommodate
She wants to
them.
see Our support.
Yeah. It'll take me too long.
Tara, do you want one? You guys got one? They make it down
Here
there.
you go. More, do we need more? Good.
Hey, good. They're tight.
All right, how do you want us to do this? Is it, do you
For
want us to
skinny
stand, or you want us to stay? I know, I know it's a little awkward, but we'll figure it out.
We'll
guys.
figure it.
That what we're doing?
Yeah, no, we don't. This-
Thank you.
Should we search AI to make sure that we install some unofficial gang sign?
Oh, yeah. No, she'll appreciate it. She really
Yeah.
will. Thank you, thank you for
Very good.
helping us out here.
Thank you.
And we have more stickers and things like that here. She has all kinds of things that she's put together.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes.
We did receive a request that came to all of our emails asking about our stand on data centers. So I had actually been talking about working with Tara to arrange a subcommittee meeting for our AI committee so that we could discuss that as well. So that's something that I just wanted to put out here for our general meeting, that there's been several municipalities that have moved to either stall or postpone any building of a data center until we have more information on what they're doing in terms of closed loop water systems, open loop water systems, what the water does, are the PFAS in there, what are the side effects, all the different things that we're hearing about. Who's gonna pay for the cost of the energy? Is it gonna be the data center? Is it gonna be the residents? So there are all those kind of questions that have come out, and it's something that we hopefully will be discussing in our subcommittee, our AI technology subcommittee, and to be able to bring something to this board, maybe to draft a resolution on our position.
Sounds like a complicated topic, quite frankly. And there's a million what ifs, I guess you would say. I don't even know where to start with that one.
There's a lot going on in the AI space right now in data centers. So it's every morning I wake up, there's more. And just when I think I know grasp on things, I wake up and then there's more, that I didn't know the day before, the night before. So you're absolutely correct. It was a tough conversation to have. It's a tough one to take a position on, but we'll do the best that we can. Try and get the information that we need, at least for our county, to be able to make some sort of statement to move forward in the best interest of our county and the residents.
Very good. Thank you. Any other committee reports? Just like to comment briefly on the jail committee, we had a meeting today at 2:00 and discussed future regarding our jail. We looked at some other things as well, and the warden gave a good report as far as staffing, a brighter report than in the past, and the starting salary being $55,000 has certainly helped. We also discussed a new jail, new building. We know that our current jail is ailing. It's 44 years old. And there's been a lot of discussion on this topic by this board, and, private conversations back and forth over the years. And I think now is the time for us to move. We discussed that as a committee that we authorize the administration to seek out the information that we need, costs, architect, all those types of things for a 900-bed facility. So they have that directive. Administration has that directive, and they'll be bringing back information. And of course, any decisions will be made by this entire board. They'll gather the information and bring it to us. So if anybody else would like to comment that was on the committee, please do so.
No, I thought it was a very good discussion. We were all in agreement.
Thank you. Yes, that's the bottom line. We're in agreement with moving forward, doing something and moving forward. The other idea of a regional jail that has numerous problems, and of course that initial proposal all fell flat on its face. And it's time for us to look out for Atlantic County.
We had great input from Steve and from Mr. Fedorfa as well.
Yes, we did.
So that helped it.
Yes, we did.
Discussion.
Okay. Anybody else like to comment on any committee meetings?
I would just like to say from the Education and Schools Committee, pardon me, Commissioner Bettino, you want to go first?
Jim?
That was, thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Commissioner. I just wanted to comment as well from the jail committee. With the changes that in housing prisoners over the last 40 years, we recognize that we need to do some work at our facility. It makes no sense, obviously, in an old facility when you're talking about the technology changes and media requirements that we have to house prisoners. Simply remodeling is not the case. I think that we're going to come back with to the full board to give you some information on a project as I think we feel we need to do. It makes sense. Nobody likes spending money, but that's our responsibility for public safety that Atlantic County never shied away from. So I look forward to the commissioners getting some more input from us and taking any questions you have back to administration. Please don't hesitate to let us know.
Thank you, Commissioner.
From the Education and Schools Committee, I just want to say many of us went to the ribbon cutting for ACIT, the CTE building, 3 stories. What a fantastic operation and building that is. It's amazing. So for anybody who has not been there, please, you have to go over there. As being a teacher myself, just like Commissioner Days, I've never seen classrooms exactly like the ones that we have over there now. They're teaching welding. There's a whole welding room set up in there. There's HVAC. There's dental assistants where you walk in, it looks like you're in a dentist's office, and they have it all in there. They have medical assistant with hospital beds. It looks like a replica of a hospital room, and the EMT room. There are 3 full kitchens for the culinary. There's a weight room downstairs in the gym and an indoor track. And eventually, when they do build the football stadium, like the Notre Dame Stadium, they'll be able to walk out of the basement up the stairs of the gym where the weight room is and right onto the football field, which would be pretty cool for them. So it's some pretty amazing stuff going on out at ACIT. The programming is awesome. If you look at what they're doing out there in terms of educating with a workforce development mindset and everything that we're saying that we would love to build here in our county on the economic development side, they're educating and building programs to teach the kids, which is exactly what we talked about, for years and years here, and it's happening.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
staying
it's
in
awesome.
step with us with what we're doing through aviation and
Absolutely.
the other things
Oh, I
throughout.
forgot that part. They moved the flight simulator from the NARTP building, and they moved it over, and it's actually inside of ACIT now. So they have a flight simulator teaching aviation at that school. That's at our school, and we should all be very proud. That comes before our desk, and they wanted to deliver their appreciation to everyone on this board for our continued support. As they say, they could not have done it without us. So
And it's enabling more students. We can increase the enrollment there and more students leaving school with a career.
awesome
Yeah.
stuff.
Good stuff.
If you haven't taken the tour, you got to do it. That's the bottom line. It's unbelievable. It's worth every moment of your time.
And we honored some students today at an award ceremony for can't think of the exact name, our academic achievement awards in the county. One of my students actually came back. He was really excited. I wanted to share this story with you. He comes in, he's like, "Your name's on my certificate."
That's so story. I used to come back to show him how to
I thought you were just a teacher.
send them a guardian.
Yeah, they had them all.
Yeah.
Where are the commissioners? Oh, here's the one in the back of the.
Yeah, we were in the back.
But
We were the last certificate, but we made it.
we were there, so that was nice to see.
Chairman, I have
Yes,
something
please.
else to add. So this Friday at 2:00 at the Richard E. Squires Veterans
Yes.
Cemetery, the Atlanta County Cemetery, the county alongside County Executive Dennis Levinson will be kicking off the Memorial Day weekend with a ceremony, as he does every year. It's a beautiful ceremony. If anybody can make it, it will be sunny. Linda put the order in that
For
there's
sunny.
no rain. Yep. So
That
Um,
was-
that's all I have. Thank you.
I appreciate you mentioning that. It was
Yeah.
on my mind. I missed it. Thank you. Okay. Anything else? Anything under unfinished business? New business? Not, we'll move into public comments. Meeting is now open to the public for anyone who'd like to speak on any topic.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Erica Rassman. I am the Principal Officer, Secretary Treasurer of Teamsters Local 331, and I am here on behalf of our members. We represent 4 different contracts in Atlantic County, and I'm here pleading again on their behalf for their wages as we are in contract negotiations. I'm not going to take too much of your personal time with my spiel again, because I think 2 weeks ago, the last meeting, I think I made myself very clear and was heard. However, I received a letter from one of our members, Darlene Dawson, who could not be here, that would like to share her experience and her concerns. After 37 years of dedicated service to Atlantic County, it's reasonable that retirement income should allow an employee to maintain basic stability and dignity in the same state they serve. Unfortunately, the current pay level of $50,000, $60,000 does not match New Jersey's economic reality. Even for one person, New Jersey is one of the most expensive states in the county. Independent economic models estimate a required income between $45,000 to $55,000 for a single adult to meet basic needs without assistance in New Jersey. This is paraphrased as a factual alignment with the economic standards, not a political argument. Common unavoidable expenses, approximate statewide averages: rent for a modest 1-bedroom apartment, $1,500 to $1,900 per month. Utilities, $150 to $250 per month. Transportation, $300 to $450 per month. Groceries, $350 to $500 per month, which we all know that they're going up significantly, as well as gas. Health insurance and medical costs, $300 to $600 per month. Retirement income must account for rising healthcare costs. cost of living has increased significantly, while the public wage growth has failed to keep pace. After 37 years of service, a retiree should be able to remain in the community they served without experiencing financial hardship. To reflect the actual cost of living in the state of New Jersey, compensation must be adjusted so that retirement salaries are stable, sustainable, and realistic. I am requesting a review of whether current wages and retirement projections align with the modern economic conditions. And again, that was from Darlene Dawson, one of our members. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Yes, sir.
How we doing, everybody? All right. My name is Rob Sutton, Egg Harbor Township. I work for Public Works in Fleet Management Garage. I've been there for 36 years, serving the county. I'm asking some similar things to what Erica just said for myself and some fellow employees. There's problems with starting salaries. We still have a mechanics position we're trying to fill. It's been open for about 3.5 years now, and the majority of the applicants stated salary was a problem. Wages and the cost of health insurance that we're constantly being asked to pay really takes a toll on raises we might get. Somehow we got to try to find some offset to help your employees of the county. And for those employees that have been there for 25 plus years, retirement health benefits for 3 years just is not working. And that's not taking care of your employees. So I'm asking for myself and for other employees in this position to work on that to see what we can do to help take care of those employees that have served this county for 25 plus years. And this will also help, which is another problem, hiring. We have a problem retaining employees because they're constantly leaving for better wages. So adjustments for taking care of those employees for those 25 plus years at retirement would also turn around and benefit to help potentially keep employees here, which is a definite problem. So thank you for your time.
May I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Before you leave. What is the starting salary for a mechanic?
38,000.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Anyone else like to speak?
Good afternoon. My name is Joanne Josiah, and I am in my 26th year with the county. I wanted to take a moment to address you about the inequity of pay for our clerical staff for all of us in the county. We are dedicated employees that are essential in keeping the department running efficiently, yet we are struggling financially because our pay has not kept up with the increased responsibilities of the job or the rising cost of living. Working for Atlantic County used to be considered a great job because of the pension and the free health benefits. But over the years, employees have been asked to pay more through increased health care premium cost shares and higher pension deductions, while wages have not kept pace with the steady increase in everyday living expenses. Low wages affect moral retention and the ability to attract and keep experienced employees. Unfortunately, we are losing dedicated, valuable personnel simply because they cannot make ends meet. We are asking the board to recognize the important work we do and seriously review and address the current wage inequalities affecting us. We want a workplace where employees can have a career where they feel valued, supported, and are motivated to stay and grow and eventually be able to retire comfortably. Thank you for your time.
May I ask you, ma'am, where do you live? Didn't
I
mention
live
your
in the
name.
township of Hamilton.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your comments.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak?
Good evening. My name's Therese Laskowski.
I work at the Justice Facility. I'm here to ask for your help,
Your
not
town,
just
I'm sorry, would you mention your town you reside in?
Hamilton Township.
Okay, thank you.
I'm here to ask for your help, not just for myself, but for my coworkers and Teamster family, people who, whether they're single parents, have children that they're trying to put through college, where they might be living through some kind of health issues themselves or their families, and with sick or elderly parents. And also the cost of a daycare for kids these days is, it's might be cheaper to stay home and not work because of the cost. So people are having a hard time, paying their bills, their mortgage, and just, living, period, buying food. So while the prices of everything is going up, our pay is not keeping up with the costs of that. So I'm asking your help to get us better wages and to consider also a different health care for all of us, not just the union, but for management as well. Chapter 78, whatever we've got, the healthcare has gone up with Chapter 78 for the past couple of years. And it's, those high percentages have been placed upon us, and they're making any kind of raise in our wages null and void. So, I'm just saying that we show up every day for work, we work hard, and we'd like it to reflect in our pay. Thank you for your time and your consideration.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Not? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to close the public portion then.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Moving on to the good of the order. Does anyone have any items under the good of the order before we adjourn?
Remember those who served as we come upon Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if it's at least appropriate for us for the board to say that our lack of response is not because we don't care and we don't hear what they're saying, and we're not identifying, it's because it's in open negotiation, so there's only but so much that we can say sitting up here in the dais. And what I will say is that there's at least one, two, three, there are three union workers sitting up here in the dais that are experiencing the pain from Chapter 78, just as well. So we understand the pain that you guys are in and that you feel. So I just don't want you to take our silence as though we don't hear you. All right, we do hear you, but this, there's only but so much that we can say while we're sitting up here in open negotiations. Right? I just didn't want that to be confused.
No, you are correct, Commissioner. We listen, we hear, and we appreciate your comments. And we know how tough it is. We know. Cost of living is going up. Just for example, in my world, I insure my wife and one son health insurance, and that's $2,600 a month. It's outrageous. But the health insurance crisis is particularly statewide and nationwide, particularly statewide problem that no one has seemed to have any real solutions to. We talk about transparency a lot in medical insurance, but there's got to be a lot of work done in that area. I don't have the answer. A lot of people don't have the answer. But I know we all expect great health care. We go into an emergency room and we expect a certain level of care, and that costs real money. And the health insurance crisis has messed everything up, quite frankly. That's all I have to say. Anyone else like to make any comments before we close? Now I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We are adjourned.